That's right here in Oklahoma City.
At 91 years young, Bud Johnson has quite a life story. An Air Force veteran who found success in real estate later in life.
Made more money after retirement than I ever did working.
He's owned a handful of properties over the years, but was looking to offload. A property on the southeast side had fallen into disrepair. Bud says squatters had taken up residence, and we found folks in the home when we stopped by.
I live in the garage.
Okay.
And somebody take care of the house.
So Bud was looking to sell as is. He met a buyer in Sylvester Mason III out of Tulsa for $36,000. The two met at the Oklahoma County Courthouse. The buyer brought his own notary to finalize the deal.
He had the note already, $36,000, and he had his notary. He had everything.
What he didn't have was the $36,000 needed to purchase the property. Sylvester opted instead to sign a note that promised payment in 90 days. The deed changed hands in September of last year, and Bud says he hasn't heard from Sylvester Mason III since.
Well, I think one of the first steps that you want to take, particularly if you don't know your buyer, is to seek out a professional.
We met with local land and property attorney Mark Walraven, who advises anyone in real estate to call a pro prior to signing and avoid these promissory notes. Opt instead for a mortgage so that if the seller flakes, it's the bank who chases them down.
The note says, I owe you money to the bank. The mortgage says, if I don't pay you that money, they get my house. That's why the mortgage is important.
But back to Bud's predicament. Who is Sylvester Mason III? Through our research, we believe Sylvester lives in Tulsa, a felon following drug and gun charges in 2014, who's started a number of businesses in the years since. Look through Bud's documents. You'll find they were notarized by a Kayla Woodside. It turns out Kayla is married to Sylvester, and according to the state, she isn't even a notary. But she successfully applied for a COVID PPP loan as a notary for nearly $8,000 in 2021, according to online records. Finding Sylvester has proven tough. We stopped by various addresses, but neighbors said they hadn't seen him in months. We spoke with his dad on the phone, who said he's a hard guy to keep up with. You know how we could get a hold of your son?
That boy changed numbers so much.
But Sylvester has been busy. According to property records, he's sold this house to another woman. He told our team she paid $50,000 total for 2 Sylvester properties and had no idea about Bud's predicament. We're trying to clear all this up. Were you aware of any of that?
No, I was not.
Do you have a way that we could get a hold of Sylvester?
I have a phone number for him that I've been able to contact him at, but I don't know if I feel comfortable giving that to you.
Okay, I'd really like to talk to him and try to clear up whatever happened here. So Bud's problems persist, now weighing legal options against the ever-elusive Sylvester Mason. Now, Sylvester Mason III actually has a warrant out for his arrest right now for a bogus check charge. Meanwhile, Bud is looking to contest the property records of the home in question at the Oklahoma County Courthouse.